time, something we have entirely too much of. These are the episodes of the show Geeked Update, our ongoing mission to review old content related to new music, movies, and video games, to boldly go where most geeks have gone before.
Hi, I'm Con Noonien Singh.
Con!
And he's that guy.
And you're watching
Geeked Update. Now, today, we're going to be covering the villains of the show.
And before you go any further, like last episode, if you guys saw, I'm going to interject and point out our apparel. The only thing that he's changed, well, the only thing he hasn't changed is the hat. Everything else he has changed. The one thing I changed is the hat. And again,
I just changed jackets.
Yes. Well,
You just changed hats.
yes. And it is all military, and I'm by no means of the stretch saying that I served. Just wanted to point that out.
No comment. Anywho. So, after the break, what we're going to be covering is what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 villains that we've top rated. Some of them cross over different series.
Yes.
Series. I don't know. Leave me alone. But the number one that I think sticks out personally would have to be the Borg.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Which, once we get to it, I'm going to be mentioning something about it.
yeah. Another one that you can't do villains and not mention his name, which is why his name got the first mention. Con Noonien Singh.
Yes.
Thank you for not.
What?
I was so expecting you to yell it out.
I could have, but
Thank you for
I'm
not.
not. It's too late for that.
Yeah, missed chance. Another one is Q, and I think you watched a bit of that, didn't you?
Yes.
Now, Q, I mean, he's in Star Trek Next Generation, he's in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, not for long, and he is a majorly recurring character for Star Trek Voyager.
Now, do you have a favorite villain?
Do I have a favorite villain?
Yes.
I'd have to say my favorite villain isn't on the list.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your favorite villain?
Lore.
Lore. Where is he?
And we covered this. He's the evil Data.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I mean, just if you only got to saw briefly what a dick that droid can be, but oh my fucking god, can he be a dick?
Yeah.
And that's like crucial key for villains. Just seriously crucial key for villains. Another one that made the list, and this is for Star Trek Deep Space Nine. It's Gold Dukat. Now he starts out as someone you want to like.
Yes. He's actually a pretty badass.
He's a pretty badass guy, and then he becomes a pretty bad guy.
Yeah.
But again, this is just briefly covering them all. Definitely, I don't know where to cover all of them. Another one, and for Star Trek Enterprise, it was the biggest enemy, but time travel. I mean, they dabbled in it in a lot of areas for Star Trek, but when it comes to Star Trek Enterprise, they really did a number with time travel. Big number.
Yeah, see, I didn't see any of it, besides what you showed me, so...
Yeah, and I've seen all 4 seasons. I've discovered in going through this what a big Star Trek fan I really am. I kind of realized I know a lot more about Star Trek than what I thought I did. But by no means am I a Star Trek expert. I am no means a Trekkie. I think when I was trying to say Star Trek, and numerous times I say Star Wars, but that's because I'm a big Star Wars fan.
One thing that I have realized from this, which he pointed that out off camera, and I'm just going to mention it on camera, is that this has been a learning experience for me, because even in Star Wars, there's so much that he's told me that I didn't even know about.
And I hope that this continues, especially in the weeks to come. We will also be covering Batman, Superman, Batman versus Superman, both as an argument and the movie itself.
Yeah.
We also have some time travel coverage.
Yes.
We're building up to that. You'll be seeing the hints to what we're building up to. We've got a lot of things in works. The green screen has a lot to play out with it.
We're going to be talking about one of his favorite things in the world.
Yeah, and it's a new interest to me. I didn't really get interested in the show until they were already in season 7. And it's because I kept hating on the show. I'm just not going to watch that. They can't even keep the same actor in the show. I mean, it's retarded. And then I watched it, and I so feel like an idiot for not watching it before.
And he's trying to get me to watch it, and he thinks I'm going to get into it like he does, but I don't think so.
I'm telling you, bow ties are cool.
Alrighty. Well,
okay.
You want to go to commercial?
I'm thinking it's a good time.
Alrighty. We'll
see you in just a minute.
Man, it's a long day. Just ready for a nice bowl of cereal. Hoping I have some. See, the box is open. Who ate all my cereal? Hi, welcome back to Geeked Update. I hope you liked that commercial break that we like to call commercial break.
That's just fillers.
Yes.
By the way, subscribe.
Yes.
Right here.
It's always good to do that.
It's always good to do that.
Now,
It's always good to mention that.
In this portion of the show, we will be discussing a few of the villains. The first one we'll be discussing is Q.
Q, yeah. And now Q, his introduction to the Star Wars verse is Star Wars Next Generation. And he had a little bit to do here and there almost every season. He then makes a brief appearance in Star Wars Deep Space Nine. But you get most of his actual appearances in Star Trek Voyager, oddly enough. Q is one of my favorite villains. Really is.
Oddly enough, that is also one of mine.
He's just...
I don't know if it's just the way that they wrote the character or if it's the way that the actor who portrayed him went about it. It's just so much in your face. I'm here, I can do whatever I want, but you can't touch me.
And he does it in such a charismatic form. You want to hate him, but you're like...
Yeah, just... Especially some of the outfits he puts on, it's just
my god, like, they got really creative with him, especially for Next Generation. They were really good at getting creative outfits, creative storylines.
It's one of those characters where it's like, you know you're supposed to hate him. He's a bad guy. You're supposed to hate him, but you just like him so much.
Now, you almost get that feeling when they brought in the Borg.
I want to say yes, because...
certain main Borg characters. Remember, Captain Jean-Luc Picard himself.
Yes, I know. And I was going to mention that, but thank you for stealing my thunder on that. They made him into a Borg in... How many episodes? Just one, or was it multiple?
It was a reoccurring thing.
Okay. And honestly, I didn't know about this until we started doing research on it, and it pissed me off.
What?
Them turning him into a Borg like that.
It wasn't a permanent thing.
I know, but it's still... It just... It gets under my skin.
They did a lot of things with it. They played around with it. I'm tired of wearing this. My hair's just going to look like crap, y'all. Sorry.
I still don't like it. It got under my skin.
You have skin to get under?
Yes, I do. Any other people there that you want to mention?
Khan!
You just wanted to do that today?
Yeah, I really did. you got to do it, I felt like I needed to do it.
So what about Khan? Do you know? Because I can tell you, other than the new movie, no.
You don't know a lot. Well, Khan kills Spock.
I know that much.
That and the fact that I think the biggest hype about Khan, besides the fact that he was a Stargrave lunatic, with the fact that he at one point thinks himself God, or at least a god.
I think we know someone like that.
Yeah, we really think we do. I know that Khan Noonien Singh is. I knew you wanted to. Thank you for not. Really, I think Khan just is a sociopath that needs to feel loved by everyone and everything to an unreasonable degree.
Oh, so me and him have something in common. Nobody loves us, and we're going to die alone.
No. See, Khan will hold someone at gunpoint to his last breaths just so he doesn't die alone.
See, that's where we're different. But we have something in common. Nobody loves us.
And you're going to die alone.
Well, apparently he's not. I, on the other hand, am.
Yep. Now, which one's your favorite enemy? Your favorite villain?
I answered that question when you mentioned it.
Borg.
No. Q.
Oh, that's not my favorite. My favorite is Lore.
You said that was one of your favorites.
One of my favorites. Not my favorite. I mentioned my favorite was Lore.
Yes. But
when I said one of my favorites, you said you too. I was...
No.
Now just,
I'm
you
just...
know. Okay.
That is my favorite. I mean, the only other villain that I can consider being my favorite, even though it pisses me off, I think you can answer this one.
Borg.
Yes. But a particular one.
Yeah. I think the female Borg, she was hot. I wanted
put some color on that, and I'd have to agree.
I wanted some
but I think
Borg nookie from those curves.
I think she was just a little too bland for me.
You just don't like white chicks, that's all.
She wasn't white, she was gray.
Oh. So
she was like,
so you don't like Oreos, is that it? Look, Oreos are tasty. They taste best when they're dunked in milk.
Actually, no. I know exactly how you like your Oreos. You like your Oreo cream pie.
They are delicious pies, man. They are really delicious pies.
Hershey's better, but that's neither here nor there.
It's everywhere.
No, it's not. Do you know what is everywhere?
Hopefully the skits we're about to show.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Tell me what, this is the messiest holosuite I've ever seen set up before in my entire life. Can't wait to show the captain. Hey guy!
Yeah.
You seriously need to debug your holosuite.
I like my room messy.
And welcome back. Since we've already covered pretty much what we wanted to cover for villains this episode.
And it almost seems like we've covered, well, at least my knowledge of Star Trek has been exceeded. His, on the other hand, is a different story.
I learned some stuff about Deep Space Nine. I don't know a lot about that series. Now, what we're going to go ahead and cover is next episode, this Friday. We're going to be covering the differences between Star Trek of old and the Star Trek of new.
Yes, and by what he means of that is the original series of Star Trek versus the new movies that have recently come out.
And have impressed me.
Yes.
But more on that Friday. Please tune in. And once again, if you like the show, there's this button down here
Yes.
that says subscribe. And I mean, you know, if your finger feels a little twitchy and itchy, click
Comment.
it. Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Those who have subscribed, we do appreciate your comments.
And as always, please rate the video.
Always
Yes.
rate the video.
And if you haven't seen our other videos, encourage you to go back. And if this is one of our later episodes and you're looking to see one of our newer episodes, go right ahead.
Yep, still at 7 subscribers. We are at 94 views. We're almost at 100 views. Woo! As a show. Our latest episode, as of yet, is at 4 views. We have 16 views on our Pilot Menace, and then we have 17 views on Attack of the Stoned. Our original promo has 38 views.
That's where the most are at, I see.
Right.
So, you know what that means? As of this moment in time, you need to view our stuff.
Yeah, if you're viewing now, view everything else.
Yes.
Research it, have fun. It's entertaining, interesting. Two guys who have nothing better to do with their lives
Oh, yes.
than...
Wait, we have lives?
I have a life.
Oh. Well, fun to be you.
Yeah, well, yeah, it has its moments. It does. But yeah, that's us in a nutshell. How about you?
I don't want to be in a nutshell. It's so tiny and cramped.
I'm this guy,
I'm that guy.
and you've been watching Geeked Update. See you next time.
I'm about to lose my mind. You've been gone for so long.